Hi, welcome to Big Data Analytics course. In this lecture, we will discuss hands-on with HDFS command line interface, executing basic file system operations in Ubuntu. Various HDFS commands will be demonstrated. So after opening Ubuntu, you can go to terminal. To start Hadoop service, we have to use the command start-all.sh. Now here all the active nodes are going to be started. Once all the nodes are started, then we have to check all the nodes are displayed or not. Let us wait for starting off all the nodes. It may take some time. That depends on the network. The speed depends on the network. Well, because whenever we are using Hadoop, so higher configurations are required. Yeah, first starting name node here on our local host, then starting data node, then starting secondary name node, so after secondary name node, then resource manager, then node manager. Now you want to check all these are started or not. We have to use the command JPS. Using JPS command, you can see all the started nodes. Here, JPS is Java Virtual Machine Process Status. So without starting Hadoop service, if you can use JPS only, by default JPS is displayed. Now after starting Hadoop service, here you can see all the active nodes are displayed here. What are the nodes started? All are displayed here. Now what you have to do? Now we will create some directories in HDFS environment. Now we will work on those directories by demonstrating various HDFS commands. For that, we have to use mkdir, make directory command. The syntax is Hadoop space fs space hyphen mkdir space slash. You can give the name of the directories, whichever we are going to create. For example, here, first directory I am creating with name VDA lab. I will create some more directories. So whenever the prompt is entered, means the directory is created. No errors here. Now create one more directory with BDA lab 1, let us assume. The next directory is with BDA lab 1. Now create another directory with BDA lab 2. Now three directories are created in HDFS environment. Now what you have to do? You want to check all the created directories in HDFS. How to check? In the terminal itself using ls command, you can verify. So Hadoop space fs space -ls space slash you have to give. Here ls lists all the files or folders from the HDFS directory if you are using with HDFS. Here after ls you have to give slash the directory name or directly give slash. After giving slash means all the directories in the Hadoop environment are displayed. Here you can see whatever the directories we created. We created with BDA lab is one directory. The next one BDA lab 1. The next one BDA lab 2. These are all the three directories what we created. These are all from the HDFS environment, all the directories created by various users. The same thing now, by using localhost address, you can check the directories from the HDFS environment. You can open the browser. Here we have to use a Hadoop administrator URL. Yeah, this is our localhost with port number 9870. Localhost colon 9870, or directly you can click the link showing Hadoop administrator. In the browser itself, we can see the Hadoop environment and whatever the directories we created. Yeah, this is the Hadoop administrator. Click on this. Now it is loading. Yeah, this is the Hadoop environment. Here you can click on utilities. Under utilities, click on browse the file system. Here under browse directory, here you can find all the directories. Yeah, here you can check our directories. BDA lab is one, BDA lab 1 is second one, BDA lab 2, the three directories what we created. Every directory having permissions, owner, group, size, last modified, replication, block size, then name of the directory. So click on any one directory, for example, BDA lab, we clicked. Here it is empty, nothing is there here. Just we created an empty directory. Now what you have to do, we will move some files from local system to this Hadoop environment. First, create one sample file using gedit sample.txt that will be stored in our local system. Here gedit is ready. You can open the notepad. Here directly in the current working directory, we are creating the local files. Those can be stored in local system only. Then what you have to do, you can move that local files to Hadoop environment. Actually, that notepad has to be displayed here. So here it is minimized. You can open this one, the text editor. Already the file name is created here with empty file. There you have to enter some text. We already created with sample.txt. Again, if you will give means nothing is changed. Same name only displayed. If you want sample1.txt, you can create any number of text files, no problem. Here you can click on text editor here. Suppose another file we are creating with sample1. That means two text files we are creating. You can use any one, no problem. Now click on this text editor. Yeah, here sample.txt, here sample1.txt. So two created. Now in sample.txt, so enter some text. For example, here we are typing some information. Big data lab. Whatever the text. Working with HDFS commands. Our current experiment, what we are demonstrating. So after this, you can save. Save the file. Now that file is stored in our local system. Now what we will do, we will move this file to Hadoop environment to the directory what we created. Any one of the directory, we can move this sample.txt. If you want to see the created text file, here you can see use the ls command simply in the local directory here sample.txt. This is the text file what we created. Now we will move this sample.txt to Hadoop environment to the directory what we created. For that we'll use put command. The syntax is Hadoop space fs space hyphen put space a file name sample.txt space slash give the HDFS environment directory name slash BDA lab we are moving. Here put command is used to copy files or folders from local file system to HDFS store. So after execution of this statement, let us check the sample.txt is moved to the BDA lab of HDFS directory or not. There are no error means the file is moved successfully. If you want to see, use ls command. Using ls command, give that directory name BDA lab. Hadoop space fs space hyphen ls slash BDA lab. Earlier we have seen in the HDFS environment, BDA lab doesn't contain any files, that is empty directory. Now here you can see, so under BDA lab, sample.txt. This file is copied from the local file system. Here you can see sample.txt is there. Earlier you don't have any files in BDA lab. Again you want to check using the local host. You click on the BDA lab. Here you can see sample.txt is there. Yeah, this is the file copied from the local file system. Yeah, whenever you can click on this file, by default, each block contains 128 MB. Our file is less than 128 MB. Therefore, one block is created. If the file size is more than 128 MB, then another extra block is created. In the drop down, you will get another block also. But here, only one block is created. Now you want to see the file contents from the BDA lab directory sample.txt. We will use the cat command. The syntax is Hadoop space fs space -cat space slash give that directory name BDA lab. In that, what is the file name? Sample.txt. Then you can enter. In sample.txt, whatever the text you entered, that is displayed in the terminal itself. In that, what we entered Big Data Lab working with HDFS commands. This is the text available in sample.txt file. Using cat command, we can display the information here. Now you want to see by using copy command, what we will do to copy files within HDFS, one directory to another directory. So we have created three directories: BDA lab, BDA lab 1, BDA lab 2. So now we are within HDFS, one directory to another directory. If you want to copy the files, we'll use cp command. Now the source path is in the BDA lab sample.txt from the HDFS environment only, not local to HDFS. Now from here, we are copying to another directory. So that is BDA lab 1. Now sample.txt with the same file you want, the file name. You can give oblique or without giving file name also directly it copies. So here copy command keeps the original file in the original directory. One extra copy is copied to BDA lab 1. Whenever you can see BDA lab 1 and BDA lab, both places that sample.txt is available. Copy command copies a copy. The original file remains same. Now you can see using ls command BDA lab 1. So earlier that is empty directory. Now sample.txt is moved here, copied. Now here you can see in BDA lab 1, sample.txt is copied. So that is use of copy command denoted by cp. From one HDFS directory to another HDFS directory, you want to copy files. Even you can see from the local host, from utilities, browse the filing system, go to the BDA lab 1. The original, you can see BDA lab. The original directory, the original file remains same. There is no change or there is no loss of data. Now go to BDA lab 1. Yeah, in BDA lab 1, you can see the same file is copied, sample.txt. There is the use of copy command. Now we'll see the data available in BDA lab 1, sample.txt. Again, use the cat command. Same data is available. Big Data Lab working with HDFS commands. The same is displayed here. Now let us move to the next command. Now you want to copy files from Hadoop environment to local file system. So now in our local home directory in desktop, suppose here RMBDA lab is there. In this here you can see we have working with HDFS commands, one text file is there. No other text files are there. Now we will move that sample.txt file from Hadoop environment to in our local system directory. For that we will use get command. So get command is used to copy files or folders from HDFS environment to local file system. So first we have to give HDFS path. So under BDA lab, we have sample.txt. This we are copying to in our local system desktop. In desktop, RMBDA lab is the directory. If you want to give the file name, same file name, sample.txt. Now this sample.txt copied from Hadoop environment to local directory using get command. Yeah, now no error. The command is executed. Now you can go to your local system from the desktop, the directory RMBDA lab. Now you can see. Earlier, we have only working with HDFS command text file. Now, sample.txt is copied from Hadoop environment to local file system. Earlier, we have copied from local to Hadoop environment. Now, reverse. See, whatever the data. There is no change of data. The file name copies as it is. Whatever the contents are there in that file, copied as it is. That is get command. Now, move to the next command. If you want to see the version of Hadoop, whatever we are using, Hadoop space version. Now it displays the currently installed version in our system. Here you can see the version is Hadoop 3.3.6. This is the version installed in the current system. Hadoop space version. It displays the current version installed in our system. Now we will move files from one directory to another directory in Hadoop environment. Earlier we used copy. Now here move means permanently it moves from the source directory. First, let us see in BDA lab in the Hadoop environment. What we have sample.txt is there. Initially we moved, here you can see. In BDA lab sample.txt. You want to move this file to another new directory, for example, BDA lab 2. Lab 1 we already moved this one. Now we will move to BDA lab 2. For that we will use move command. The command name is mv. We will use mv here. Give the source and the destination path. BDA lab 1 we have already sample.txt. But BDA lab 2 is an empty directory. We will move to BDA lab 2. In BDLab, BDLab1. Both directories we have sample.txt file only. Either BDLab1 to BDLab2 or BDLab2, BDLab2. We want to move file. So BDLab2, nothing is there, empty. By using ls command here, you can see nothing is displayed, means BDLab2 directory is empty. Again, you want to check from the local host. Here you can see BDLab2, nothing is there. Now we will move files from the previous directories to BDLab2 using move command. The syntax is Hadoop space fs space hyphen mv. You can give the source directory from HDFS to HDFS only. This is possible. So from BDLab sample.txt, we are moving to BDLab2 directory. So move command is used to move files within HDFS, one directory to another directory. Here source file moves permanently to the destination. Now BDLab directory to BDLab2 directory, we are moving sample.txt. If you can check BDLab directory, now sample.txt file doesn't exist. That is permanently moved to BDLab2 directory. Whereas copy command keeps the original file as it is, takes one copy, that is copied to your destination directory. But move is permanently moves by erasing from the source directory. Now using ls command, check the BDLab2 directory. The sample.txt is moved. Here you can see BDLab2 sample.txt is there. Now go to BDLab and check. Now that sample.txt doesn't exist. Permanently that is moved. Now here you can see using ls command, check the BDLab or source directory. Here you can see nothing is there. That means the file is permanently moved. Even if you want, go to the local host from the browsing directory, click on BDLab. Here you can see BDLab. Now that file sample.txt is permanently moved. That file is not there now. That is move command. Now in BDLab2, the file is moved from BDLab. Now here you can see sample.txt is there. This is the file moved from BDLab directory to BDLab2 directory. Now moving to the, if you want to display BDLab, here nothing is there. Now you want to see the contents of the sample.txt from BDLab2, use the cat command. Your BDLab2 sample.txt. The same data is displayed, whatever we stored in sample.txt. BDLab working with HDFS commands. That is the text we entered in sample.txt. The same is displayed here. Here you can see. We data lab working with HDFS commands. In BDLR, that sample.txt file not there now, that is permanently moved. Whenever you can use the cat command to display sample.txt information from BDLab directory, what it displays, that file doesn't exist. Here you can see no such file or directory. In BDLab sample.txt, no such file or directory. This is the error we will get. Now, moving to the next command. If you want to remove files or directory from the HDFS environment, we have to use RM. So RM removes the files or empty directories identified by the path. So here R means recursively by checking the root directory. Now from BDA lab 1 directory, we are removing sample.txt file. If you want to specify file name, that complete files along with the directory all are removed. If you can specify the specific file name in the specified path, only that specific files are removed. Now in BDA lab 1, we are specifying sample.txt. Now only sample.txt will be removed. The directory remains same. Now you can see after executing this command, remove command. Now here you can say deleted from BDA lab 1 sample.txt. The file is removed. If you want to see, go to the localhost from the BDA lab 1, check, or using ls command from the BDA lab 1 directory. Here you can see BDA lab 1. That file is removed just now. So whenever you can enter that ls command from the BDA lab 1, it shows nothing. Here you can see BDA lab 1. Here you can see nothing is there. That file is removed here. So that is remove command.